We live. We live now. All right, man. So we all on here. How's everybody doing today?
What's up, good people? Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Ringside with Ray&Prince. We in the house. I am coming to you live from Savannah, Georgia today. Down here in the land of the South. The land of the South. So we live on IG, Facebook, and YouTube right now.
Right, we everywhere, man. We everywhere. We everywhere. So
make sure y'all like and subscribe, and go to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There it is. See, like that. See, we get sophisticated. We already got the joint popped up like that.
Look, it's at Ringside with Ray and the little and symbol and Prince. So make sure that you go and subscribe to Ringside with Ray and Prince. You can stay up to date on all our stuff that we have going on, because we have some incredible shows and we have some great energy and great interviews with others about the on sports and the real world. So we came here to entertain, educate you, and empower you all in one show. So here with the program, you know what it is. It's Ray and Prince here today, having a good time.
Wine Nick Chick, thank you. Happy Thankful Thursday. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Wine Nick Chick. Yeah, appreciate that. Happy Thankful Thursday, because it is Thursday. I love them. Do you?
Oh man, Prince, what's poppin', man?
Man,
it has been a lot going on, man. I've been in so many different states in the last week, from California to Arizona to Dallas, Texas, then to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and now I'm here in Georgia. So we do this for the people.
Right, we do it for the people, man. Top master, what's going on? Man, everything has been going on. Well, let me say this. Everything has been going on in the world, and it's a lot of craziness. I know it was all about sports, but man, I mean, it's so many other things that's going on outside the sports world. You have to keep your head on the swivel. You have to keep your head on the swivel. You have to stay educated, and you have to just stay, focus on whatever your goal is, so you can look to execute that, man, because life is precious. Look, Ray trying to grow a Prince beard, man. Like, we need to boycott Ray, man. It's a problem. It's getting there. Look, I got a couple streams here and there. Got that long man wisdom hair. You grab one of them long gray hairs and you pull it, and like you look at it like good move. It's big. It's long.
Oh Lord, I tell you,
man. But we want
to start having hair come out your ears.
Mom, hey, that's the worst, man. I used to see my dad with hair coming out of his nose and his ears. I used to say to myself, I ain't gonna be like that. Now I find myself clipping every single nose and ear hair, man. So, man, let's give the people what they want today, man. Today we're gonna be talking a little bit about Brittany Griner, LeBron James signing that mega $1 million contract, man. LeBron James is the greatest. If y'all don't know already, I'm gonna start talking just like Shaq. Can you dig it? You know what I'm saying?
Get it, baby.
For that girl, that golden purple. You know what I'm saying? Can you dig it? Look, we're gonna talk to you. We're gonna talk to you about Deion Sanders and what he has going on in Jackson State. Man, there's a lot of changes that's happening in college as well. You got the number one quarterback in college right now who committed to USC. He's taking an unofficial visit to Texas A&M. I want to see how that situation pans itself out.
Oh, right. There's some money being thrown around with him. But I'm gonna tell you, inside scoop is happening.
Inside scoop, NIL. Look, you can say whatever that you want to. Something is happening. Look, Texas A&M, they have indisposable money.
Yeah, it ain't NIL, it's dollar bill.
Exactly, NIL. Look, Beyonce said it. She said the only line that we cross is the dollar sign. So
hey, you know Nick Saban about to be heated. He about to be heated.
Now he put his hand on his hip and he started talking like this. Nick Saban gonna be heated. And thank you so much, Miss Sin Walker. She said we got a great show. Thank you. We appreciate that. Look, we're gonna talk to you about Bronny James. Look, man, Bronny James just had this amazing, spectacular dunk. All right, and Skip Bayless You know, the height of the height and the gravity of the situation was too high. He wanted to make sure that he brought it down, so he had to make a comment. You know,
Haterade.
Hater Ray, but we're gonna talk more about that because I want to get everybody's take on what you think about Skip Bayless' comment. Another thing, and news that we haven't been able to hear about, but the Jordan brand has announced a 20-year partnership with HU, our university's basketball team.
Getting that bag,
from MJ
a little bit bigger.
Right, exactly. But they doing that thing. So the whole football team, the basketball team, every team that's associated with Howard University will be branded with the Jordan brand. So they have a 20-year partnership. So that's amazing. We'll dive deeper into that. The NIL rule. Look, we got Shaquille O'Neal's son. He has been to his third school in his last 4 years. So I want you to talk to the audience more about, you know, how does the NIL rule works, right? Because I didn't know that you can hop, skip, jump, and go to a different college. They acting like KD and KD.
It's free agency, man. There's a lot going on. Free agency with some rules, with no rules. And yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
We'll get into that.
If I start talking about that, we're going to spend the whole show on this.
All right, man. We don't want to spend the whole show on that. Speaking of not spending the whole show or just seeing things through, we're going to talk about it, man. Agent Brunner, man. Agent Brunner been going through some things. He said he spoke out about mental health. He canceled his fight against Omar Figueroa, and it's not looking good for him. Even Devontae Davis, Tank, he called him out and said he a little female dog. So we have that going on. We got fighters, you know, throwing around some fighting words. Speaking of throwing around some fighting words, we got Tyson Fury. He's saying that he's retiring for good after having some talks. I'm not sure if that's going to really happen. I mean, I think it's something that he's just going in there, right? And it's him. Look, Jake Paul. Is it Jake Paul? Yeah, Jake Paul and my man Ramon Jr. Anyway, they've canceled their fight that they're supposed to be having. I don't know why. We'll look into that more as well. The NFL, the Carolina Panthers, named a #1 QB. It is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is going to be the starting quarterback in Carolina for the Panthers this year. I want to see how that's going to happen. Look, we talked to you about Manti Te'o. Shout out to Manti. He has a Netflix show called Untold. You know, the girlfriend who didn't exist. So he actually has a girlfriend, actually a wife now, and a daughter and a son on the way. So shout out to Manti for actually, you know, being vulnerable, putting out a Netflix show and expressing yourself and just showing everybody, you know, your side of the story.
Y'all still hearing the echo?
LeBron James' cousin, has an extension with the Chargers, and it's done. He's one of the highest paid safeties ever, so that's looking good. Antonio Brown said he wants to be a Dallas Cowboy wide receiver. What's up, Jerry Jones? What you gonna do? Ray, what's going on?
We ain't doing that, man. We ain't doing that.
Antonio Brown got this little dance that he does.
We're not doing that. So
you're gonna have to see what's that looking like, man. Hey, Ray, I think you know. I think we're gonna talk about
I think that he was hearing the echo, so I just.
Oh, okay. Gary Cole did say echo.
Yeah.
All right.
Put the camera back on the other side.
So here we go. We got we got the Jets quarterback Zach Wilson. We're gonna talk about his injury, and you know, after that, we got some important updates and announcements for you all, and some words of wisdom. But other than that, man, let's go ahead and get started on this show because we've already gave the audience what they want to hear about the topics that we're going to talk about. So let's go ahead and get to talking.
Well, let's get into it. Breaking news. Marshawn Paula-Watson has had his suspension changed from 6 games to 11 games, and now at a $5 million fine. So What is your thought process on that, man? It
I'm
came
trying to
from
I'm trying to figure
11
out
games,
where the $5
$5
million
million
fine
fine.
$5 million fine come from. Like, what was that about? I like I why did they fine him $5 million? And why is he so remorseful right now? Like, I'm sorry. Again, I go back to the owners, man. I go back to the owners. The owners do their dirt and they pay people and they get out of the media and they throw a middle finger to everybody and telling them to leave me alone. Like, but Deshaun Watson, it seems like he cannot get away from this. This is going to follow him like his shadow, at 12 noon in the day. So, uh, my thoughts on this, I'm still trying to figure out why they're ridiculing him. I know, yes, I do know, no one is exempt from the law and whatever else. And none of this stuff was forced, coerced, right? But I think they just need to continue to keep moving forward. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it. I don't know what's right and what's wrong because everybody has their own lens and perspective. But I will say a lot of people have done this, but I don't think that you should ridicule someone over and over again and ask them to apologize, several times because that weakens their ability to be themselves. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know what's going on. I thought a 6-game suspension was good. Now they have 11 games. This means he'll be out of the NFL for 2 to 3 years. They paid him all their money. I feel like the Cleveland Browns may appeal this because they need to get their money back. They just gave that man $200 million something dollars, and he has some other millions guaranteed. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you think about it, Ray?
I'm gonna tell y'all that's just showing that he is an employee and not the employer. Like what's happening is when you saw Robert Kraft or these other big time guys who run these organizations, Georgia Bugs, other guys that run these organizations, they do similar things. And I'm not saying any of it's right because I think it's all creepy and wrong. Let me just clarify that first and foremost. But they are doing something different within the organization. The punishment is different when you're an employee than when you are the employer, and it gets put under the put under the rug. So he has to kowtow right now and take his punishment because that's what the powers that be say this is going to happen. So he can appeal it. He can keep it going on. What I think what's going to happen is that he is going to just take his punishment, let this thing slide, and hopefully he can stay on the straight and narrow. Yep, there you go. Gary was talking about the Washington Commanders owner too.
Don't leave my Washington owner out as well, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's trifling, but guess what? The system works for those that have the capacity to defend themselves or cover things up with financial gains. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much more clear I could be about that. But literally, I mean, if you ain't writing the check, you're gonna do what the person that's writing the check says, and that's what it's gonna be. So, Deshaun, best to you. Hopefully, you get some help and stop going into these certain places and doing certain things. And to the women that have been affected, all of them allegedly or non-allegedly, whatever the thing is. I pray for them and have been pray for him that things will get better moving forward. So
yeah,
that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, one of the things I want to highlight and say, hope he gets some help. Is he messed up in the head? Because doesn't society perpetuate this type of behavior, and then they ridicule you whenever you do get it, or so it's a real thin line, and we don't want to jump too deep into it. We don't want to politic on it, but it's one of those things where this is promoted by society, but yet looked down upon depending on who does it. So hey,
but he a little freaky dude. You can't take a little hand towel into the joint when you're supposed to be getting inside. Like that's harassment right there. So you say, hold on, somebody said DMV chill said, how do you get convicted of nothing in the legal system? Who thrive on black men then get suspended. NFL's a joke. Ooh. Okay.
Hey,
he said, how does that work?
I'm not sure how that works, but DMV Chill Life, man, we appreciate you throwing that out there because we're trying to figure it out as well. You know, he got convicted of nothing. You know, this guy, yeah. So anyway, I am not going to expound on that. I'm going to go ahead and go to our next topic. I want to start talking to you today after the breaking news about some more breaking news. Brittany Griner, her update. So as you all know, that Brittany Griner, she was convicted of marijuana charges in Russia. So she got sentenced to 9 years. And now Russia is in talks with the United States for a prisoner swap. And Griner, she's a WNBA star who's been sentenced to the 9 years in Russia. So after getting arrested for drug smuggling. So Russia is now admitting that a prisoner exchange with the United States is in the works. So the discussion on a very sensitive topic of an exchange are proceeding via the channels chosen by our president, and then Alexander, the head of the North American Department of the Russian Foreign Minister, was quoted as saying by state news agency, silent diplomacy continues and should bear fruit if Washington, of course, is careful not to fall into propaganda. So this is a significant step in some type of direction. I wouldn't say in the right direction, but so we'll see. They said Brittany Griner has been in Russia's possession for more than 5 months. She's arrested for the hash oil vape pen. So what are your thoughts on this, man? Do you think this is a joke, or do you think that this is all for propaganda purposes?
It's a cold game, man. So you talk about propaganda. They're saying if the Washington, the United States doesn't go into propaganda conversation, but this whole thing is about propaganda. The whole reason why they're putting this long sentence on her, 9 years for having a weed pen. Come on, man. I know what your laws say, but you've made so much off the back of this woman, from being a competitor over there, from being a star in your system. And then now you want to trick her off and say, here, we need free labor.
Right.
Free labor for you to come in and train our basketball players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a crazy thing. So now they working it back and forth to say, okay, we're gonna get this what's to call him, the minister of death or whatever his name is.
The arms dealer. Right?
Yeah. So they're working back and forth to try to negotiate to get their prisoner and get free labor from this woman. And I think it's a mistake. But that's the game, man. Like it's everybody's like a pawn in the game. So
wow.
They over there playing chess and we playing checkers.
Wow, man. Oof. I wish we was playing something else. I wish we was playing backgammon or something.
Who knows how to play backgammon? Anybody know how to play backgammon anymore?
I don't know. But I know every time I look at it, I'm always demoted. We'll figure out how to play this next time.
Freaking backgammon, man.
Oh man, I know, man.
Chill and lay back said Russia wants 4 for 2. So I mean, what is that? That sounds like a Deshaun Watson situation. 4 for 2.
Next up, man. Look, LeBron James, baby. LeBron James is one of the highest payers in the NBA. He agreed to a 2-year deal for $97.1 million. That's $44.5 million each year. Hey, the dude is already a billionaire. He just made Space Jam 2. Look, he's about to break the record for the most points in the NBA. His sons are about to play with him, if not one. Right? I mean, look, he came out of high school. He said what he was going to do, and he's doing it. LeBron James is a man. Skip Bayless needs to stop hating on LeBron James. That's all I got to say. Look, I said it. Yes. Hey, look, the deal can increase to $111 million if the salary cap in 2023 and 2024 year rises to a substantial higher number, which they said that it would. So this includes so LeBron James' contract includes 15% trade kicker, and it makes LeBron James the highest earning player in NBA history with $532 million in guaranteed money. Let me drink to that. Let me drink.
That just sounds like unreal. That kind of money to be just moving forward. But if anybody deserves it, King James deserves it. He has been that
money make the go
woo. That kind of money, 2 years, 97 million. You have people that don't earn anywhere close to 9 million over their lifetime. But this man has been the pinnacle of a professional. He hasn't gotten in any trouble. He's represented himself and his town, his family correctly. He deserves to get all of his flowers. So if they want to turn the Lakers upside down and give him the whole Lakers, give him ownership in the Lakers, they probably should do it, because this man is ridiculous, and so he'll probably tell both of them to draft his kids now too, because he got all that money.
Right.
So if I was, I'd tell you, look, you're gonna draft me, my kids, you're gonna draft my wife, you're gonna draft my cousin. It's gonna be a whole James
Big baller brand.
Yep, we
big baller brand.
He is the real big baller brand. We're gonna turn this whole thing into to a James team.
And speaking of turning everything to a big baller brand, they said that Bronny James might end up going to college for 1 year, and he's probably going to go to Oregon. And the reason why he's going to go to Oregon, because the NIL rule. Nike is going to do one of the biggest contracts for the NIL rule for Bronny James. So if he does go to Oregon, I think it'll be a good fit for him, because I think he'll be nurtured. Why, people need to protect him from Skip Bayless out here making these crazy comments. Like, you got to remember that the kid is a kid, right? He's still in high school. He's still young. He's still fresh. And he's trying to figure out why was everybody hating on him for going to the homecoming dance or whatever prom, with a white girl, with a snow bunny. So like there's a lot of other things that he's dealing with, but he's also, playing his game and staying focused. I'm pretty sure he has his dad in his ear telling him how to stay focused and not submit to the criticism, but just be him. And then you got Skip Bayless saying, that was a good dunk your dad would have did with his left hand. And man, stop, man. You don't have the credentials. Skip, just go and skip along and kick rocks, bro.
Skip.
Skip. Let me just say this, Skip. Let me say, LeBron James, he the GOAT. He the best of all. That's my Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Shannon Sharp.
There you go. I'm down here in Savannah, where Shannon Sharp was the star of Savannah State University playing football.
Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon. Skip, let me tell you something real quick. LeBron James is the greatest player ever. Yeah, he is. He is. Look, speaking of LeBron James being the greatest player ever, LeBron James could break the all-time scoring record. Do you think this will happen this year? And what game? Or around what time do you think he will start breaking that record? Because he's not too far away.
I think he will put it late season. I think it's going to happen like earlier in the season. I think it's going to happen later in the season. I don't think it's going to happen early in the season. Well, he'll break the record because I think they will, use some of the time to not have him have to be the man on the floor every single night. I think they will rest him a little bit more and give him that opportunity to be fresh for the playoff run, which I think the Lakers will make. I predict that AD will be healthy all year long. And you know how I feel about tissue paper. I think they're going to get Kyrie.
Yes, they're going to get Kyrie, baby.
And it's going to happen. It's going to be a good season for the Lakers, I think, this year. Like Gary said, they need to put some pieces around him and AD. I think that's what's going to happen. Bronny James, is he that good to go in the go 1 year college and come out? Maybe not. But it's not for Skip Bayless to say. Skip Bayless is a pundit that's making all these kind of remarks, and he does it for the clout, So says something outrageous so people go into the show. So I think that's what we need to start doing, Prince. Just saying outrageous stuff,
right?
Like Skip Bayless, and then go from there.
Right, exactly. I mean, whether you get ridiculed or whether you get praise, obviously you're getting attention. So we should just come out and just start saying everything, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be like AB.
Don't be like AB. Don't be like AB. Look, man.
Both of them. If your initials is AB, are you
Antonio Brown, Agent Brunner,
predisposed to some kind of mental issue? I mean, no disrespect to mental health. Man. I'm a big advocate of that. I'm a big advocate of mental health. But man, AB is like the initials that you don't want when you got something going on.
I know.
See, I played that. I just said something ridiculous for the clown.
Look, man. Look. Yeah, we have to figure out, what's going on with the ABs in the world, man. Agent Brunner, Antonio Brown. Look, Antonio Brown, he seems to be doing fine. He seems to be doing good. But when he did mention that he wanted to be a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, what's up? That's when I was like, okay. I said, we need to talk about this on Ringside because I need to hear what Ray has to say about this. But before we jump into Antonio Brown, right, man, we need to go ahead and go on to the NCAA and talk about what's going on there because Deion Sanders is doing some incredible things there. Not only Deion Sanders, but, man, I also read an article on Anthony Hardaway. Shout out to University of Memphis because I'll be heading out there in September and I'm going to go speak to some of the people on the team. And one of my requests is to be able to speak to Anthony Hardaway. I got to meet the legend. I got to give me some more pennies too, baby.
Pennies, little penny,
little penny, man. So
greatest commercial of all time.
Right, exactly, man. Little penny, but NCAA, man. So. As we all know, Deion Sanders is out there doing his thing at Jackson State. He's trying to make sure that he gets money in Jackson State. He has a statue built outside of Jackson State. I mean, Primetime is doing his thing, man. And he's hiring all of the heavy hitters, the former NFL coaches to join him at Jackson State. The pay may not be as sufficient as they are familiar with, but it's Deion Sanders. It's prime time. He's doing more than just teaching these guys about football. He's teaching them about life. He's teaching them about how to become a man. He's teaching them how to speak for themselves and carry themselves. So if you look at the bigger picture, prime time is doing a lot of things. He's also getting Nick Saban mad, about players, taking his players. He got him putting his hand up on his hip. Talking like this and talking like that, and Nick Saban when he starts getting flustered, he lets you know how he feels. So anyway, Deion Sanders just recruited the former Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer. You remember him? Mike Zimmer.
He was a Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator for a long time when we had
exactly.
So, yeah, I know Zim, and you know what? It is amazing to me. We drove past on the way here to Georgia from Louisiana. We drove past Jackson State, drove to Mississippi. And it's even more amazing that I drove past that place and that anybody would want to go and hang out there. Nothing there, So Deion Sanders, what you have done is stupendous. It's a pure pathetic performance and a prestigious production of unparalleled perfection.
Hey, what's up, baby? That was a tongue twister.
Ooh, I'm bringing out my college words. I passed the SAT. Ohio University stand up. That's what we talk about NCAA and what he's doing, bringing in professional coaches. He's bringing in a whole professional attitude and taking care of these young men. Not just in a place of football, but teaching them life skills, man. So love what he is doing. Keep doing it. Yeah, he's been honest about where they are as far as the standpoint of the team being ready to take on Alabama or something like that. He said, "Give me a couple more years. You want to do that? I see you."
Right. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was a brilliant comeback. Like, give me a couple more years. It's like, you think you're ready to play Alabama? He's like, no, not ready. We need to beef up a little bit more. We need to get those guys in the front line to beef up a little bit more and stronger. He said, then after that, we can talk about that. Man, that's what you call an honest stand-up guy right there. That's just let you know, like, no, we're not ready. This is a vulnerable space for me, and I'm going to speak about it. And I'm going to speak to you about it directly and tell you what it is and then what we need. And once we get those things, then we can start talking and having these conversations. So, man, shout out to Deion Sanders for doing what he's doing, man. And then just bringing Braid to go to Mississippi. Look, I'm from Mississippi. and I know what the dirty mud water look like, and it ain't nice to you.
Do dirty water.
do that dirty. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Deion Sanders, he doing it big, man, and I appreciate him for doing what he's doing because if you think about Mississippi, we think about Mississippi, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. So they're somewhere, Florida as well, Georgia as well. There's just a certain type of environment and culture there, and so. If you know what I mean, you get my drift. So basically what I'm saying is for you to step into an uncharted territory and to actually create an impact and make waves and do it the way that your name exemplifies at prime time, do it in that fashion, man, I think he's doing an amazing job. Deion Sanders, shout out to you, man, for creating a beautiful culture out there and doing your thing at Jackson State, man.
And he's not doing it with just the NIL to say here or no, we're gonna find a way just to pay you. He's like, I'm giving you an experience and opportunity to learn from one of the best that ever did it, learn from coaching staffs, and show you how to be a man and show you how to move forward. So I think that is what's appealing to the kids. That he is an advocate for them. That he got a little swag too. So I think that
4 toes. I mean, 9 toes.
9 toes. 9 toes.
He's 9 toes down. So he's doing
9 toes down. He's doing it. He's doing his thing because it's NIL, man. It's the Wild West out here. It's going to continue to get out of control until there's some guardrails on it because my man Jimbo Fisher is putting the middle finger up to Nick Saban once again with some reported NIL deals that's coming to one of the top quarterback recruits in the nation, the top quarterback recruit in the nation.
Yes, the number one, and they was just like, just come on to Texas A&M, unofficial visit. Hey, you already committed to USC. It's all right. Bring them out. Yep. They singing in the background. Bring them out. Bring them out. It's hard to yell when these dollar bills in your mouth.
They throwing this stuff out there. They saying that this is happening. But be careful, with that because the schools cannot pay directly to these young men and women. They cannot pay them directly. So you have what they call collectives being created, or these organizations and companies that are saying that they're companies and they are pulling together the money from the boosters and everybody else, but it has to be a company. So you're seeing a lot of back-end deals and things that are real unscrupulous. But I mean, that is the capitalist society that we live in.
There you go.
See that, man? I woke up and chose vocabulary today, not violence, but vocabulary. So
I love it, man. I love it.
It is very interesting to see all the stuff that is happening and see how the movements are going on. But apparently, they talk about this kid's gonna get $15 million in NIL deals to come to Texas A&M. That's the number that's being thrown around allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm allegedly liking those numbers. I got 15 ways.
But as me being a consultant and representative for a lot of these kids in NIL situations, a lot of that is tied to a lot of nonsense, and some of it is not actually happening. It may be an offer, but it's like you make a deal with the devil if you take it.
Wow.
So that's my 2 cents on that.
Man. Ooh. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. But yes, this number one recruit, this USC commit. I'm not sure how you say his first name.
Was it Malachi?
Yeah, is it Malachi? Okay, Malachi Nelson. Yes. That's it, Malachi Nelson. So if you don't know anything about him, he is from Los Alamitos, California. Number one quarterback.
Bad man. It's a bad man.
Bad man, and like they said, he just arrived at College Station moments ago, and he's going to take his unofficial visit. So we're going to see what's going to happen because they got money. They got long money out there in Texas, baby.
Transfer portal.
I said trash football, man. That's not trash football, man. That's great football. Speaking of great football. Well, you know what? No, I want to stick to this NIL. So I'm going to jump to Sharif O'Neal, then I'm going to come back to Bronny James. So LSU Sharif O'Neal, that's Shaquille O'Neal's son. He will be attending his third school in 4 years, so he decided to enter the portal to go to another school. Now, I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on. How's everybody see when I was growing up, when I was coming up, you and I both when we was growing up, man, you were not able to change the school. If you decided that you want to put your name in the ballot to go to another school, you will be blackballed, you will be sitting on the bench, and your coach will be telling you, see, you did this to yourself, you brought it on yourself. Nowadays, people can just be like, yeah, coach, I put in my 2 week notice. Matter of fact, 2 week notice. I'm gonna let you know right now. I just signed a paper to go into the portal, and I'm out of here. Like, how does it, like how Sway the game has changed? What are we gonna do different? What's gonna happen now? How is this? How are these players able to do this? Why is Sharif O'Neal leaving from here, from LSU, his dad alma mater, and saying, I want to go to another school? How?
Well, because they shouldn't be beholden to stay somewhere, because the coach can leave in mid-season or change up everything else. They should have the same opportunity, especially when they weren't getting paid. Now they're able to get paid, but they have to get paid through a certain kind of way. So I think the biggest thing is, the kids have 4 years to be in the best situation possible. So you're saying that a kid should have to stay with the organization that changed from a run and shoot that they went to school for to go to a wishbone offense? No, that's not a thing. Like, you have to have the opportunity to be able to move to a place that gives you the best opportunity to succeed, because that's what they tell you college for, right? They say college, you go there to get your education, to get the best job possible. So if my job changes, or the boss changes, or the focus of the organization changes, then I should be able to go do what I got to do, and and you do it. So, but there will be some rule changes, especially I think LSU might be a little gunshot since the quarterback Miles Brennan, that we're not hearing anything about him.
Oh, yeah.
This man got all this NIL money to go be the quarterback at LSU and decided to retire from football. So got the money and said, I ain't playing, which is genius. I wish I could do that, but it's genius. Right. But there was no pushback on him, or there wasn't being anybody calling him any names or saying any negative stories about him. I wonder why. But the reality of it, the reality of it is that's where it is. I mean, the NIL deals have nothing to do with you actually playing for the most part. So it's a weird situation. So Sharif, if you found LSU again and you think it's gonna be the best situation, more power to you, man. Go get that bag.
Right, go get that bag. Ray, real quick, I just want to ask you a quick question. On YouTube and Facebook, there's a building that's moving behind you. Is that a building or a boat?
That is. Oh shoot! That's a boat. That is a boat. I am sitting here in Savannah on the river. So that's a boat moving cargo behind me. So, yeah, it's always entertaining here on Ringside. You can see something out here. We're on location in Savannah, Georgia.
Location. Wow, so many things. Always entertaining on Ringside. Man, Bronny James, look, man, slam dunked it. Look, came coast to coast down the court. Boom. Did a nice little crossover. Boom, boom, boom. His defender ran past him, came up, rose up, boom, dunked over his opponent, slam dunked it with his right hand.
It was a little weird how he did it. Like, I don't know how he did with the right hand dunk going on the left side, but hey, that shows his athleticism.
Shows his athleticism, man. Look, he's out there balling, having a good time, doing his thing, doing what he's supposed to do, And what I'll say is, Skip Bayless made a comment about it, and about Bronny James, dunking and doing his thing. Do you think that comment was appropriate, or is it disrespectful, or it's a part of the game?
He's a hater. Skip Bayless is a hater. I'm just saying it right off the top that he doesn't like LeBron. He doesn't give that man his credit, and it's passed note to his kids. Like, how you gonna not like somebody and don't like their kids either? I mean, that's petty at 10. That is 50 Cent petty. You know what I'm saying? like that's crazy, man. Let this kid is out there doing this thing. He's in high school. You know, you
High
should be
school.
applauding him for living up or trying to live up to the level of success that his father has created, the path that his father has created. So I dealt with that growing up, but whatever it is, man, you tune it out, do what you got to do to make it happen.
Man, that was a great answer, man. I don't have anything else to say except I thought it was disrespectful. Look, the young man is growing up and he's learning about this world and he's starting to see how cruel a lot of people can be. Adults, remember, it's an adult and a kid, not just the adult, but an elder. Right, and so this is where I think it's going to get personal at some point in time, and maybe LeBron James, he may speak out or he may not speak out, but I don't think he's going to speak out while he's playing. But after he's done playing, he's gonna have a couple of words to say, to Skip, because he's not going to let him just skip to Malou, with his comments. So. We're gonna have to nip that in the bud. Look, as I mentioned, man, the Jordan brand is out there doing their thing, partnership with the Howard University. So shout out to right. Look, shout out to Jordan Brand for doing this. I know he gets a lot of pushback because they say that he's not doing a lot of things in the community, but the thing is, Jordan is doing a lot of things in the community. He just doesn't. He just doesn't voice it. He doesn't tell everybody. He doesn't announce it. So Michael Jordan is always doing deals behind closed doors. Everybody want him to be in the media. No, Michael Jordan knows what he's doing, man. Look, man, give that man his praise. He is the GOAT. He is one of the greatest. Yes, and he will always be one of the greatest. And when his shoes,
they say, the person with the loudest voice always ain't saying the most.
There we go. Always not saying the most, but he's doing the most behind closed doors. You see what I'm saying? Look, his shoes went from $125 to $200 and something dollars. Like, what's going on, man? Like, good googly moo. What's going on, Michael Jordan? Your shoes and people still beating people up for some Jordan. So it doesn't make any sense. The guy really had an impact on everyone's life. So just remember that.
Inflation. That guy, daggone Jordan Brand. Hey, let him keep doing his thing, and Uncle Phil's still making money off of him. So, hey, can't knock. I too old. Wait on Jordan. I think give me some Chuck Taylors or something.
Lost signal.
Only thing I spend some money on right now is some nice shoes, some dress shoes. But I guess that happens when you get old.
Right? Definitely does, man. Speaking of getting older, man. What's up with our man Adrian Brunner? What's up with Adrian Brunner, the can man? Anybody can get it. The Africans, Americans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans. Look, Adrian Brunner, he pulled out of his fight that was scheduled for August 20th. That is this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. His fight with Omar Figueroa, and he cites mental health. Oh man, look, his Twitter message, because I'm a true advocate and proponent of mental health. That is what I do. I help my clients in overcoming mental health. But right now, Agent Brunner, man, he's just going through a lot. And I know Ray sent me a message the other day and said, "Hey man, you need to be working with Agent P because he needs some help." So this is his message. Sorry to all my fans, but mental health is real. #. And I'm not about to play inside the ring. I've watched a lot of people die playing with a boxing career, and that is something I won't do. Just pray for me. I love the sport of boxing too much not to give my all and feel like I came up short before, because my mind wasn't 100% there, and I'll be damned if I make that mistake again. I need to make some changes for the better, instead of worrying about what other people think about me and their feelings and pleasing them. In my reality, I have nothing to prove to nobody. I'm a 4-time world champion in 4 different weight classes, and if I never lace up a pair of gloves again, I feel like it's safe to say I will be inducted into the boxing Hall of Fame #. So I had to step back and overcome this obstacle before I go put my life on the line inside the square circle again. I know I'm far from being finished with the sport. See y'all soon. #respectfully, AB. at Showtime Boxing?
I'm gonna preface this by saying mental health is real, and I really, believe in taking the right passage and getting help and taking care of yourself. But at some point, it becomes insanity that if you got to give your resume before you tell somebody that you're going to the Hall of Fame, like it should speak for itself.
You're not going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're not going. Man. That don't make no sense to me. I think AB has amazing talent. He has a ton of talent. I think he likes to chat and hear self-talk more than he puts into his craft. And so I think it may be if it is the mental health situation, then I hope this man gets some help. Perhaps you need to reach out, holler at this guy, see if you can help him with that. On the other end, I think sometimes you write a check that your butt can't cash, and I think that you're going into a boxing match, if you don't feel prepared, then it's best not to do it. Because you could definitely, like you said, you could get hurt. And so if his mind wasn't there to fight and give a great performance, then yeah, absolutely. This man, he hadn't fought since 2021 February. So, I don't think his heart's in it. I mean, not just like what Gervonta Davis said. It's not just his mind. I think his heart's not into it too. And so when your heart's not into the boxing, you can't do that, man. And shout out to Mark Two Shop Johnson, who is a Hall of Famer. Who my DC native that I commentated fights with this past week in Arizona. We had a good time out there. So, but yeah, AB, if you need some help, man, good to recognize and get help, but stop trying to say you a Hall of Famer when
Hey man, look, he definitely needs some help. It's not a comical statement, but what makes you laugh is that he goes back and forth and he says he has mental health problems, but yet he shows up as AB, right? And he talks a lot of mess, so it's a bit confusing. And so depending on what side of the spectrum that you're on, you will see it as you will empathize with him, or you'll see it as how Gervonta Davis sees it. He's soft with a capital T. And so Gervonta Davis had a couple of words, and he says boxers, got to stop using mental health fecal matter to get out of the things, their responsibilities. And he said, Adrian Bronner, your ass is just a female dog. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that means. I just
he didn't miss no words, did he?
He didn't miss no words. He didn't miss no words at all. Top Master, I'm about to jump on that real quick. But yes, he did. Yeah, he didn't miss no words, man. I think Gervonta Davis is just saying, all these cats are soft. He's sitting back like, man, like I'm the champ right now, and I want to speak on this. I want to speak on this, and I want to say that Agent Bronner, you are, because nobody else has said it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And he called him out. AB is not gonna be able to come back with anything because AB, he definitely looks like he's out of shape. Definitely looks like he's just not there. It definitely looks like he has made a lot of money deals that did not put him in the best situation, and he realized that he doesn't want to go out in the ring and get knocked out or be embarrassed again, because his few fights that he has had, he has been embarrassed, and then at the end he says,
AB body look like mine right now.
Say it again.
AB body look like mine right now. Like anybody like that, man. Take your shirt off. You need to wear a tank top in the ring.
No, he need to wear compression shirts. Get
him an Under Armour deal. That Kim Kardashian Skims. He should put one of them joints on. Wear waist trainer in the ring. Oh man!
Hey man, Top Master said he's been quiet today because he has not so well cell reception. He's in the Pentagon. I'm in the Pentagon City. Ray, you know
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. The Pentagon, they, like you can't have no reception down there.
Yeah, no
They
reception.
scramble all your signals.
Right, man. Shout out to Top Master. We appreciate your support, bro. Hey, so Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury just turned 34 years old. Wow, man. A lot of these young cats are accomplishing a lot, at a younger age. I think that's incredible, man. But Tyson Fury said he has announced his official retirement, and he said that he's good. What's your thoughts on that? Like, you think Tyson Fury is good? You think he's done? You think he's just gonna go and drink? Just gives him the opportunity to go and drink and then do his thing and then say he's coming out of retirement and he's gonna fight again? So
he ain't done, man. He ain't done. It's like if you got to keep announcing it over and over again, that means you want the attention. You ain't done. You just waiting on the right opportunity. I look at back when my pops was retiring every other week. Like, I'm retired from boxing right now, and I'm gonna come back next week as soon as I get some money. As soon as somebody offer me some money or offer the right opportunity to fight somebody I want to fight, and yeah, I'm coming back. Because it's just you getting the attention, man. I miss me with that Tyson Fury. I know you coming back. I don't want to fight you. You're tall and big, but man, go ahead, Slim.
Right? He's 34 years old, man. That dude is not retiring, man, at all. So.
Well, as soon as if Anthony Joshua wins this fight this week against Usyk, then he'll be right back. He's like, you know what? I thought about it and I prayed on it, and then something said this is the fight I need to have to complete my legacy. So I'm gonna fight Anthony Joshua for $100 million.
Right, the Gypsy King is back.
Sell. That's the marketing gig.
Hey.
Why Big Chick said we rolling today? We rolling fast.
We rolling fast. I know we are. Look, man. Speaking of rolling fast, Carolina Panthers named Baker Mayfield the #1 quarterback. Oh, I fell on my chair when I saw this information. I said, "Oh, somebody help me, please! What's going on, Ray? Can you talk to me about this? Can you talk to me about this?"
Man, Baker Mayfield, man. Hey, hopefully he can do his thing down there, man. I think they got some progressive commercials down there, or some insurance commercials he can do in Carolina. So the blue looks good on him, and I wish him the best. I wish that man the best, man. And Sam Darnold, Hey, you had your opportunity, Slim. Now it's over now, and you got the Baker show going on. So we will see what happens. That's. I don't think the Cowboys played Carolina this year. So if we did play Carolina, that would be an easy win. For us to have this undefeated season, that's going to happen. Even AB wants to come in and play for the Cowboys now because he knows what the deal is. He sees what's happening. He sees the explosiveness of the offense, the monster defense that we're putting together, and that we will go, 18, 19, 20, 21 this season.
Did y'all even win the preseason game yet? No.
No, we don't need to. That don't count.
What you just said 21. Or are you counting the playoffs and then
playoffs?
Okay.
The Pro Bowl. We can win the Pro Bowl too. Should be all Cowboys in the Pro Bowl.
Look, man, we'll see, man. Baker Mayfield. I don't understand how he keep getting more chances like the rapper. Like he has more chances than the chance on Monopoly. Just. I don't understand how they keep giving him chances and chances and then build a statue for somebody that keeps throwing more interceptions than touchdowns. So, hey, I just want to throw it out there. Hey, and then it's not my place to speak down on someone that is a son, that's a sibling or whatever else, right? Because we're all human beings at the end of the day. But I feel like I'm channeling my Stephen A. Smith. But that doesn't exempt a Baker Mayfield from his talent. His talent is not up to par. So you keep putting this individual out here, and maybe he may get a break. But how long does that break last? It's the patterns that I'm observing and I'm watching, and his patterns are off. And so if he continues to keep playing at a subpar level, like let's move on. Let's talk about something different, man. That's all I need to say.
It's not happening. Next, he's going over to the Washington Commanders because they will always give a bum a shot over there.
Please, let's not talk about the Washington Commanders, man, because they everything over there is crumbling. Their owner, he's ducking and dodging the feds. Is it the feds or somebody? I know he's ducking and dodging somebody.
There you go. He got on the plane and left.
Got out the plane and left. Look, their linebacker, he just retired. The rookie linebacker just said, "You know what? F this, I'm gone." And then the quarterback, what's the quarterback name that they have?
Wentz.
Carson Wentz. He's struggling out there, man. He's trying to get it together. It's a lot that's going on. It's a lot of moving parts, man. Just the environment is toxic, man. They need a change over there, man. And speaking of change, man, I'm sorry for the Jets fans right now. Y'all quarterback Zach Wilson, he tried to channel his Lamar Jackson, and it went wrong. And he tore something in his knee, and so he had surgery. So there's a bone bruise, which means he needs some rest. He had a meniscus tear, and so they trimmed it a little bit. So he'll be off his feet for a while. So anybody that had a lot of hopes and dreams for the Jets, keep hoping and dreaming, because your quarterback in the preseason game decided that he wanted to take off running and juke and hurt himself. So look, man, shout out to everybody out there. Like, understand the preseason don't count.
They should have the Bum Bowl and have the Jets play the Commanders like every week for the worst team in the NFL. That would be funny.
Look, man, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, but hey, it's happening right now, man. So
well, I guess I ain't gonna get season tickets to one of them teams. Like
season tickets? I'm gonna get some seasoning and put it on my food. Forget all that, man. So I know we're coming to an end, man. We have any announcements to make?
Oh yeah. We got the official launch of ovations.com. It's happening. We out here going live, baby. We making it happen. We got a conference in San Diego on November 5th that we're gonna have some amazing speakers, some amazing talent. Mr. Prince Daniels Jr. is gonna be there. We're gonna do some meditation, do some mindfulness. So we're gonna have an amazing time. Big stuff is happening out here. In here at Savannah, there's been a transfer for my son that he's left Grambling State and is on his way to Savannah State University to play ball there. There's the shot.
What? I didn't even know.
Yes, that happened very, very quickly. So that's where we at. So you talked about the portal. I've been going through the portal all damn week.
Oh man, been going to the portal all week, so that's why you're out there. See, man, you out there. You gotta spill the beans, baby. Spill the beans.
Shannon Sharp, your record's about to go down, man.
Oh, Shannon, Ray, I like to see.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Uncle Shannon, man. Shout out to Unc, man. What's up, baby? Sure. That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations to that, man. Man, look. You gotta tell us more about this NIL rule because you're going through it. You live.
We got a whole bunch of conversations about what's going on. There's money being thrown around too. There's a lot of stuff happening out here. So
wow. He should get paid just off his name. Right. This my son, he need to get paid. Name, image, like.
Speak it out. Say it with your chest.
Right. Look, man, I'm just saying name, image, like. Look, my grandfather created a legacy. This name right here, just saying the name, give me a penny. Every time you say my name, give me 1 penny. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. But that's awesome. Congratulations to your son, man, and look, just keep us updated on everything. Look, everybody that's watching this on YouTube, Facebook, IG, make sure that you go to the Ray&Prince channel on YouTube and subscribe at Ringside with Ray and the and symbol sign and Prince, man. So as we close it out, I have an announcement as well. September 8th. I don't know why I said July. September 8th, I will be in Memphis, Tennessee with with an incredible lineup for the Just Heal Bro tour. I'm really excited, man. It's going to happen. It's a free event. You can go and check it out online at justhealbro.co. Check it out. See what we're doing. We are helping these individuals heal from the inside out, and everyone is doing it in their own unique way. We have about 6 panelists that are speaking that day, and I'm really excited. So make sure that you follow me. Make sure that you keep up with what's going on, and give me your feedback. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if it was impactful for you as well. So we will not be having Ringside that week. Just want to make that announcement, but just want to give you an update of what's going on with myself and Ray, and just stay tuned because we still have more things to give to you. We enjoy your support. We appreciate you. Any words of wisdom, Ray?
Man, hey, the carpe diem. Seize the day. Make sure that every single day is the best day, that we're progressing from the day that we have the day before. There's always an opportunity to be better. Like I say, know better, do better. Every single day, that's kind of what you want to do. Progress, try to move forward. So, appreciate y'all's support, all the the love that y'all been rocking and rolling with us. As we go forward, and we just gonna keep getting better.
That's it, man. That's it. I'll just piggyback off of that, man. Each and every day, find a way to keep getting better. Find a way to keep getting better each and every day. And I'll say this, that practice mindfulness, practice meditation, because even though it's something that seems very boring, when you do it every day, you create an anchor for yourself. So that way, when everything around you is chaotic, you're centered, you're still, and you're watching everything, and you can choose and pick your battles wisely. You don't have to get involved in every battle. You don't have to thrust your emotions to every battle, because when you do that, you can hit a high or a low. And when that happens, then you kind of get out of whack. So make sure that you find time for yourself. Spend time with yourself, because you are important. Things start with you. And when they start with you, then you can go ahead and give yourself to the world. That's just like if you don't have no money, it's hard to give somebody else some money. But when you have money for yourself, you can give money to other people. Then guess what? You are saying, they are saying, and everybody is saying, and it's a loving world. So just want to thank you all for everything that you're doing. These words of wisdom. Shout out to my boy Jerome Sapp, just joined in. What's up, big dog? So anyway, I'm done, Ray. Anything else, man?
Man, no, I'm about to go. I gotta get something to eat, and I gotta get out this overcast sky before it start raining on me. So other than that, peace. Y'all enjoy the background. Y'all got to see some of Savannah out here on the river.
Right. Well, I want to see another boat go by, man. I thought that was a building. I was like, Ray, you're moving, Ray. You're moving. What's up? Shout out to my sis Mixed Chick 20 on here. So anyway, man, we'll see everybody next week. Make sure that you go subscribe to our YouTube page at Ringside with Ray, symbol sign, and Prince. You'll check it out. You'll see it. Subscribe. Tell everybody to subscribe. Join us every Thursday at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, and you know the rest. I would do. What is it? That's 10:30. That's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So let's keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for the words of wisdom. Thank you, Winnie Chick. I think I said that right.
Wine Nick Chick.
Wine Nick Chick. There we go. Excuse me. Wine Nick Chick. We appreciate the love and the support. Hey, bro, what's going on, sis? Y'all have a good one. Shout outs to everybody. Peace.
Peace.